What if I told you this is actually this? Chikorita is a pear. It's a f***ing pear. What's going on, guys? This is Dobbs here, bringing you another Pokemon Sun and Moon video. And in this video, I'm going to go over some possibilities that might happen to the Pokemon Sun and Moon starters. And I feel like the most exciting part about new Pokemon games is what are going to be the new Pokemon starters, what are they going to look like, and especially what types are they going to be. And I'm going to go over some of the Pokemon combination types that I want to see in the new Pokemon Sun and Moon starters. But before I do that, let's go over some of the realistic type combinations that we might see in the next generation. And when I say realistic, this is what I mean. So the type triangle that's always been with the starters in every single Pokemon game is fire, grass, and water. Well, in the last generation, which is Pokemon X and Y, they had a type triangle of psychic, fighting, and dark. Now this is interesting because psychic is weak to dark is weak to fighting, and fighting is weak to psychic. So they basically had a type triangle within a type triangle. So this could be a foreshadowing of the future generation starter type combinations. So let's draw this out so it makes more sense. So Delphox is a fire psychic. So that means Delphox is weak to water and dark. Greninja is water and dark. So that makes Greninja weak to fighting and grass. Chesnaught is fighting and grass, but that makes them weak to fire and psychic. So you see what they did there with the type combinations? They did a triangle within a triangle, which is very interesting to me. So following this unique formula from Generation 6, the type combinations that could happen that do not consist of water, fire, and grass would be Fairy Fighting Steel, Dragon Dragon Dragon, Ghost Ghost Ghost, Psychic Poison Bug, Rock Psychic Fighting, Fighting Rock Flying, Dark Psychic Fighting, and Ground Steel Ice. Now let's point out the obvious. Dragon 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 and Ghost 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 are not going to happen. That's too boring. They've already done Dark Psychic Fighting with Generation 6, so they're not going to do that. Now, if I had to choose one of these remaining ones, I would go with the Fairy Fighting Steel. And this is why. Fairy is a brand new type. There's never been a starter Pokemon that's half Fairy. So I think it would be a good opportunity to make another Fairy type Pokemon. But we have to keep in mind, there's never been a starter Pokemon with Ice, Bug, or Rock. So the possibilities are endless, so we'll just have to wait and find out. But let's get to the exciting part of the video, where I tell you some of the combinations that I want to see that may not make much sense, but still would be awesome. So I'm going to start with Grass type. And so far in all the Pokemon games, we've seen Grass Poison, Grass, Grass, Grass Ground, Grass, and Grass Fighting. Grass really hasn't been that exciting at all in any of the Pokemon games except for the last one. Grass Fighting is pretty unique. But I think we can get even more exciting. I think we could redeem all the boring generic grass combination Pokemon starters we've gotten in the past and go all out on the next grass starter by making the next grass starter a Grass Dragon. Seeing Sceptile go Grass Dragon when it Mega Evolved just made me love it even more. I was always a Blaziken fan, but ever since the release of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I think Sceptile is my new favorite Generation 3 starter. But I want to see a grass starter become Dragon naturally, and I think Pokemon Sun and Moon has the greatest opportunity to do so. Just imagine what a Grass Dragon Pokemon would look like. I feel like it would look freaking amazing. To be honest, they should have done this with Superior. I mean, they could have done this. This is a fan art that I found of Superior with legs. I mean, he actually looks like a Grass Dragon Pokemon. I always thought Superior was missing something, and that was legs, and maybe a Dragon type. Alright, so moving on to Fire. The Fire starter has always been my first pick in every single Pokemon game except for Pokemon X and Y. I thought Greninja was just a complete badass, so I had to choose the water type for that game. But getting back to the video, a type that's never been used before in Pokemon is Fire Poison. Yeah, I think this would be a great type for Mega Evolutions for certain Pokemon, but I'll save that for a different video. I don't know why, but I just feel like Poison and Fire just go together like mustard and ketchup. It's just so surprising to me that there's never been a Fire Poison Pokemon, and I feel like they have the greatest opportunity to do so in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Just imagine like a poisonous frog that's on fire, and like, I can't really think of anything else that would be Fire Poison. But Fire Poison would be amazing in my opinion. Last but not least, Water. The coolest combination I think Water has gotten was with Empoleon, which was Water Steel. Now to be honest with you, I didn't realize that until probably 2 years later. If I knew Empoleon was Water Steel, I would have picked Piplup over Chimchar any day. But getting back to the video, Water has literally been combined with every single type. I'm not even kidding. Just take a look for yourselves. So out of all these combinations, I honestly think Water Ghost is the coolest combination. There's only 2 Pokemon that are Water Ghost, and that's Frillish and Jellicent. So making another Water Ghost Pokemon would just be awesome. And one of the coolest fan art Pokemons I've seen is this Ghost Whale. But seriously though, that's one of my favorite Fakemons out there, and I feel like it would be even more awesome if they made it bigger than Wailord. Heck, Nintendo, just go all the way. Just make it 10 times bigger than Wailord. Can you imagine? Well, those are the starter type Pokemon that I would like to see in the next game. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I spent a lot of time on this video, probably one of the most I've spent on a video. Leave a like if you liked the video, and be sure to comment down below because I love reading all your comments because I'm literally a Pokemon nerd if you haven't noticed. So anything related to Pokemon just intrigues me. Hey, how about this? We'll do a question of the day, and that question will be, what type combinations would you like to see in the next Pokemon game? Can't wait to see what you guys have in mind, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.